Welcome to 7 Scapes with the Social Squad.
Our fifth scape in the series is Jaipur to Karachi.
So, we decided to take a trip back to the royal era. We'll be using a mix of things to give that Rajputana feels to it.
So let's have a look at the things you may need to make this scape. So we'll be treating our table as a bride today.
And she's going to be wearing royal blue, my favorite color, with lots of textile.
So this bride of ours is going to be very traditional, wearing a 3-layered fabric. So I'll start off with the base fabric, and that's going to be a floral print which is unstitched. I found this one in my closet. I'm sure every girl has some unstitched fabric lying around in their closets. This one's a beautiful ivory gold chadar by my mother-in-law, and it's really gonna add richness to the layering. And add it like a ruffled veil to the front side of the table so it looks royal and regal. Now I'm just hand pleating it and tying it to the sides.
So, we're doing my favorite colors today, royal blue, gold. So, I like dark color palette and those kind of vibe. And that's what we are trying to create today, more on the classy side.
Elephants are very symbolic to Jaipur, so I thought it'd be nice to add them into the scape. Now I'm just going to add this shimmer gold fabric on the side, just how you would wear it like a shawl on your shoulder. It's just going to add a little layer to the whole scape.
So we collected a mix of things from across the house, some gold, some old, some vintage. Now we're just trying to spread it across the table with the best placements to give that old royal vibe which we're looking for in tonight's scape.
So we really like collecting metal crockery for the house, and a little bit of steel, a little bit of copper, a little bit of brass. It just adds a lot of like jewel tones to the vibe and palette.
I like clean stuff, so I'm making sure it doesn't look too cluttered but royal at the same time.
Just putting some scented candle for a nice fragrance.
So the table is almost set, and that's Aisha bringing cutlery and some fabric to set up some napkins. And that's the closer look for you.
So we are adding a pale blush satin napkin, placing it like a bow on the plate and crunching it from the middle with a napkin ring, and just creasing it out. Just placing the kawa cups now, and the cutlery is set, the napkin and everything is in place, the glass. So it's a nice simple setup.
And the table is almost ready.
Just adding some finishing tidbits now. My nani-in-law's pandan, my favorite nani's hand mirror, and some jewelry and necklaces, just wrapping them around and randomly placing, not something very specific.
So I'm adding a very special gift given to my mom by the Indian High Commissioner. It's Coffees of India, specially curated from Jaipur.
So I've cut my dark green dupatta into long pieces, and I'm just now going to add them to the back of the chair and tying a knot at the bottom. It's a simple treatment to the chair just to add a little richness.
Now that the chair draping is done, I'm going to be spreading 5 chairs across the table. We will be doing 180-degree table setting, so we just need 5 chairs. Adding an old cabinet to give that Eastern Rajputana vibe which we're looking for in tonight's scape. Some other elements such as an old carpet around the house, some planters, some vases to give that cozy feel which we're looking for.
Just adding some side tables to integrate some flowers and candles, and draping some of the tables with satin fabric to add that royal richness.
I'm adding my favorite green wazir seeds from Kalamkar and topping it up with some earthy feels.
I'm just now bringing this Copper Beauty, which is a Middle Eastern kawa set. It brews some amazing green tea. Time to add some water body. We have these brass thals in the house, so we'll just add some water to them and put some dried leaves and some natural leaves, add floating candles. It really brings about the vibe. Now we're just adding some photo frame, some vintage mirror to add some reflection and layering to the whole ambiance.
Adding some fairy lights quickly to lit this up.
Fahad is just lighting up all the candles that we placed, and I think we're almost there.
I'm just quickly adding a tissue box to the table.
And here we are with our Jaipur to Karachi Rajputana dinner scape.
So show us your Scape by using hashtag 7ScapeChallenge and tagging Social Scott PK.
And do share your ideas, feedback and questions in the comments below.